But
so hold on. So earlier you brought up Nas earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said rappers like Nas, because I don't know. Did you hear Nas put out the album? Did you hear it?
yeah, I heard it.
The pre-album.
What premiere?
Well, what you thought about it?
It was a.
Did you heard it, Donovan?
Nah, I didn't even
Really?
know he dropped an album.
He
Yeah.
dropped the album?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he dropped
It was
an
good.
album.
Listen, it's. I heard it. You know, I love listening to Nas. I love listening to music when niggas sound like where they come from.
Okay.
I love
regional music.
I love it. So
Okay.
I didn't want Nas to sound like he's not from the New York borough.
Right.
I want Nas to sound like he from New York, and that's what I got with DJ Premier and Nas.
Now I'm fine with Nas sounding like he's from New York, but I think that there's a problem with sounding like you're from New York of 1993. I think that that's the problem. I think that and to be honest with you, bro, Preem, I love Preem and I understand his sound. I get it, bro. You feel me? But I know anybody who know me know like how I feel about that boom bap shit. Like it's cool. Like it's really
But it's needed now, though.
bro, no. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that I think this year, if you're talking about commercial hip hop, it was the worst year for commercial hip hop albums. Like it was terrible. But if you want to talk about like people who like real rap, like hip hop heads, like if you're talking about like head rap, it was probably the best year for hip hop head albums in the last 10, 12, 20 years probably. Like they got a lot of hip hop head albums, right? You got Mass Appeal went crazy with the Nas albums, with the De La Soul drops, with a lot of real like Wu-Tang Clan drop. A lot of like artists that people want to hear from, they dropped, and the albums weren't too bad. I think that this one right here, and not to say that it wasn't good, bro, but like for a younger consumer like me who kind of needs to hear something that can bring us in somewhat, this album doesn't bring us in. But if you were like a hip hop head who wants to hear some 1993 boom bap shit, that's for sure. That might be for you.
Got bars on there?
It doesn't have bars. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think Nas just giving like knowledge on the album the whole time, bro.
Nas killed. Listen, it was
have to go listen to
it
it.
was a great New York album. It was a great New York album. We need more of the boom bap shit because obviously the niggas that's dropping the other records are just garbage. Hip hop is such in a bad place right now. It's a reason why, for the first time ever, right, in a very long time, I think it was like 30 years, 40 years, they said something like that, 30 years, that there was no hip hop record on the top 100.
So,
and it's for a reason.
No.
It's garbage.
It's
everybody that's out is trash.
So all these hip hop heads that have dropped the albums lately, right? Not one of them hit number one. Not one of them hit top 5. Not one of them hit top 10.
It's not going to because the labels ain't gonna push it.
But they might not be good music. Or like it might.
It's not.
Like you said,
labels ain't gonna push it.
But like you said, regionally, it may be good. Like it may work in New York, right? It may work in the boroughs. It may work outside the boroughs. Like to be honest with you, it may hit hip hop heads, like I said. But to a younger consumer base, right? Those that are streaming on DSPs, because the old heads might go on, and if they see the album for $7.99, they may buy it. If they see like Nas featuring this person, they may buy the single for $1.99. I got you. But you got us who are constantly streaming on our phones, right? That's who they really may need to appeal to. I think that somebody like and to be honest with you, bro, I used to give them a lot of slack, like Conway and the boys, bro. Conway dropped the album, and I heard a couple records on that. I'm not gonna lie to you, shocking fire.
Of course, Conway always drops good projects.
No. He always drops good projects, but it's always the lo-fi boom bap beats, bro. Now, finally, he always lo-fi boom bap. That's that Griselda sound, bro. But now, finally, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a new sound he really getting into. He understand. Now, he's able to get somebody like me who's from the South, right? Who just wants to hear like good rap over hard beats, bro. I'm getting that from Dog finally.
You just a hard critic. That's all it is.
No, I'm not a hard critic, bro.
You know hip hop.
I'm not a hard critic.
But the thing is, you're stuck in what you like.
I'm not a hard critic.
Listen,
I think that's just what you like, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Ghostface just dropped
good album. Fire album.
These guys are still dropping?
Yeah, bro. Like I said, this was a good year for hip hop heads, bro. Hip hop heads had a good album, yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to do a tour or some shit like that?
Yeah, I think Nas is supposed to. Nas roster is fire. Nas got a good roster on his Mass Appeal album label. I think he needs to take those boys out on tour because I think it'll be good for him. Like I said, we need that feel. We need that boom bap feel. I know Dolo always talks shit about the boom bap feel, but it's needed because obviously hip hop is not in the good spot. We gave it to the young niggas. We say, hey, do your thing. You know, we pass you the ball.
You know what kind of boom bap I like? You know what kind of boom bap I like, bro? But y'all might not call it boom bap, bro. That Game album. With Drama, he just dropped.
That was an okay project. That was an okay project.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Really?
Yeah, it was okay.
I think the production was a 10 out of 10. I think his rapping was an 8. At minimum, an 8.
Game always rap.
Might be a 9.
Game always rap.
That's what
you never.
so
Gonna,
how,
you're
so
not
how,
gonna never be able to because the beat selection.
The beat selection was hard. It was a 10.
That's my opinion.
T.O.,
You say you didn't
are
like
you crazy?
You say you didn't like DJ Premier.
You a Nip fan.
Of course I'm a
That
Nip
was
fan.
Mike and Keys. That was 100% like
just because
like
just
Nip-esque almost,
just because
bruh.
he worked good with Nip don't mean he gonna work good with
He
Game.
worked amazingly with Game.
Okay.
A T.O., I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Now, I'm not one to tell somebody to go re-listen to an album. That's worth another listen. Are you crazy?
I ain't really like that.
Start
shit.
the pod.
Well, Game out here saying he the best rapper, bro.
Anyway.